In our top story at 5:30, health officials in Fayette County say they are seeing a rise in COVID and flu cases. ABC 36's Sydney St. Clair spoke with a local doctor, joins us in studio now to talk about what you should do if you're experiencing symptoms. Sydney.
That's right, Doug. With the rise in cases and similarities in symptoms, it can be hard to determine if you are sick with sinuses or with something more serious, and when you should go to the doctor. Like you said, I spoke with a local healthcare professional on what to look out for. According to the Fayette County Health Department, there have been over 300 lab-confirmed COVID cases in the last week. Dr. Caitlin Iddings with Pediatric and Adolescent Associates says if you start feeling sick, to monitor your symptoms, and if you think you have COVID, to get an at-home test.
So if you're like, I'm not having a fever, I'm just kind of congested, my throat hurts, I just want to make sure I don't have COVID before I go back to work or send my kid back to school, those are really valid. You can still pick those up at most pharmacies or even just over the counter and test yourself. So if that's negative and you don't have a fever and you're otherwise feeling okay, it's okay to sort of just treat those symptoms as sinus symptoms or other common cold symptoms.
But if those symptoms last longer than a couple of days or get worse,
if there's a fever present, that may be a reason to go to the doctor. You know, of course, you need to stay home until you're fever-free for 24 hours, less likely to be contagious to others at that point. But again, the at-home tests are available for COVID. Of course, they're not for flu and strep, so if you think you have something more contagious, it wouldn't be a bad idea if it's lingering for, 2 or 3 days to go ahead and come in and get checked out.
She recommends going ahead and getting your vaccines now. But if you happen to get sick before then.
For flu and COVID, we still do have some pretty decent antivirals that you can start if it's within the first, 2 days of the onset of illness, 2 to 3 days. Those can really be helpful.
Dr. Iddings also says that if you are sick, to stay home, make sure you are getting plenty of rest, stay well hydrated, and eat well-balanced and nutritional meals. Sydney St. Clair, ABC 36 on your side.